It's raining. Hey, today is Hump Day, Wednesday, May 29th, and it's raining. The nice weather was here yesterday, and then it went again. It's supposed to be raining for the next 3 days or so. Anyways, it's alright because we got sunshine here, right? Oh, that was so corny. That was so corny. Okay, so I have a couple of things to show you today. I've been hinting about a canvas tote bag that I did not this Sunday, but the past 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't. And it was funny because I was watching, as I was editing my last video, I noticed that the bag was in the background. So if you were very attentive or not attentive to what I was saying and more paying attention to the background, you might have seen the bag already, which is funny. Anyways, it's here. So I'm going to show you with the camera overhead. I'm going to explain to you how I did that. I also made this card for Tuesday's tutorial, which was yesterday, and it's got a lot of shimmer, so I'm going to show you how I made this, and I will include that now. Okay, so I'm not sure how this is going to look on camera with the overhead view and the funky lighting. I'm trying. So this is the bag that I made. It's a canvas tote bag. It's quite big, actually. You know, if I put my arm in it, you'll see how big it is. So what we did for this, and the class was given by my friend Giselle. She is a mixed media expert. She's really talented. So we started with this blank canvas surface, and we played with paint, and we also included in the paint fabric medium to make the paint even more fluid and more permanent on our tote. And so the first step was to, first of all, we masked around the bag. And the one thing that I'm not crazy about is how that ultramarine blue turned out. I wanted it to be that color, but unfortunately there's a layer of green underneath, and that's the color I wanted, the contour of my bag, but it didn't come out that way. Anyways, it doesn't matter, it's done. I'm still happy with it. So what we did is we took a whole bunch of stencils, and we took a whole bunch of different colors of paint, and we stenciled all over. So if I zoom in, you'll be able to see the detail here. So I gave it a base coat. The base coat is a teal color, so all over that bag was teal. And then I just layered paint over paint with stencils. So I have here a flower stencil with some red, then I layered some yellow, I have some green, I have some blues here, I made some dots with the other end of my brush. I mean, all over the bag, it's all kinds of stenciling. And then what we did is we took silhouettes, stencils, and hold on, I'm gonna go get them. Okay, so these are the stencils. Everybody was doing ladies, and the quickest thing for me was to just grab a men's silhouette. Let me just take them out here. They're brand new, I just bought them. And they're dilutions stencils. What's cool about these stencils is that you get the negative and the positive. So you get a mask and you get a stencil. I'm just gonna remove that guy here. There we go. Okay, so this is the actual mask, and that is the stencil. On the 2 stencils that I bought, I have 3 silhouettes. So 3 masks and 3 stencils. So what we ended up doing is, for instance, this guy here, I took the mask, I painted all around him to reveal the actual silhouette. So what shows through the silhouette is the background with all the stenciling that we've done. Obviously here is the opposite. I took the stencil and I painted inside. So this is how I was able to achieve these silhouettes. Some of them are receding, some of them are in the foreground, and that was so much fun to do. And then afterwards what I did is I outlined each silhouette with some doodling. with Signo gel pen, the Uniball Signo gel pen. And I also did some stamping with white Stays On, some circle stamping. I forget what the stamp is, who the stamp is by. I really don't remember. It was at the store. I used it while I was doing, while I was following the class. And then I painted, so after all this was done, I painted the outside, the edges, and like I said, I'm kind of not happy. I have kind of like a two-tone reflection in here, and I'm not sure why it happened. But anyways, it is what it is. And then I also doodled around the outside. I was trying to tone down that color that I'm not crazy about, so, but I didn't want to add anything, another design or pattern around this already patterned surface. So I figure if I doodle and then I do some scribbling, you know, around the doodling, then that will break out a little bit of that. So that is my bag. I'm really happy about it, except for the blue. I love my bag. I use it. I use it when I go to the store. I can carry both my cameras in there. I can carry a whole bunch of supplies, and I can also include a purse if I want to. So this is my summer bag. And yesterday, or the day before, I made this card. Oops. And look at the shimmer. It's another shimmery card. I want to do it close up because I want you to see, look at the background. Isn't that cool? This is the, we got this a while back at the store, but I've never really used it. It's the Art Anthology Sorbet Dimensional Paint. As you can see, it's got a lot of glitter. And the other type of paint that they have is the velvet paint. I haven't played with this too much, but for this card I used the Sorbet Dimensional Paint and a stencil from Donna Downey Studios by Prima to do the background. And I used a craft cardstock because I didn't want it to have such a high contrast between the lime green and you know, potentially using a white. I thought that would be too much. So I wanted a subtle background but with shimmer, and I figured by using the craft, it's, you know, it was probably for the best. The butterfly, which I also like, is by Marion Designs, and it's a stamp and die, coordinating die. And I colored that butterfly with my Wink of Stella brushes by Zig. If you don't know about these, you have to investigate. They are amazing. It's essentially a paint with glitter. Let me zoom in. It's essentially a paint with glitter, but that doesn't clog up on you. Look how gorgeous that is. The payoff is amazing. So unfortunately, I don't have all the colors, but that is my goal. I have a few. I have green, yellow, black, brown, and gold. Not gold, but pink. And I also have the clear one. The clear one is amazing. Let's say when I cover this up, I want to add some shimmer. All I had to do is just, look at that. Look at this. Can you see it? Unbelievable. Love that. Look how gorgeous that is. And the cool thing is that it dries instantly. So if you ever have a chance to come across these, they're called Wink of Stella Brush by Zig. Try them. You won't regret them. So this is what I used to color the whole butterfly. I stamped it and then I colored it in. And the green that I had was not the exact green, was not a good match for this lime green. So what I did is I layered yellow over the green, and it worked like a charm. And then I die cut the butterfly, and I also embossed it with the die. And I love how this thing turned out. And these little things here, these little dots, are just onyx pearl, liquid pearls by Ranger. It's the perfect thing to add an accent without having too much dimension, or I didn't want to put brads because I didn't want to have to poke anything underneath the cardstock. I wanted these 3 levels to be flat so I can pop, so I could pop the butterfly. But I like my card. And I've also been playing, well, I did play around a little bit with the velvet paints. And to my surprise, when it's dry, they do have a little bit of shimmer. It's tough for me to show you. Hang on for a second. Maybe if I... yeah, I think you see a little bit of that shimmer. It's a little bit more subtle because it's called velvet. So it has a little bit of shimmer, and it does feel like velvet compared to this one, which is a sorbet. Now, for this one, I sponged the sorbet dimensional paint. On this here, I used a palette knife through the stencil, and I love how, you know, dimensional it gets. I mean, that's the name of the paint, right? But it stays as is. It doesn't flatten out. It doesn't sink into the paper. It is truly dimensional. So those were the two projects I wanted to share with you. I really enjoyed making the canvas bag. It was such an experience for me. We really got dirty. Our hands were filthy, but it was fun. I will make another bag because I want to try different color schemes, but it is so much fun to do. And I have 2 more cards to show you, but I think I'm going to wait for Friday's vlog to show you that. I was able to vlog 3 days a week this week, so that's fun. I hope that I'll be able to keep that up. It seems that I'm able to work that into my schedule, providing that I don't have a lot of traveling coming to me. I opted out of going to CHA this summer for a few reasons. One of them being that it is in Las Vegas. It's really hot in July in Las Vegas, so I'm not sure I want to go through that. Anyways, and it's a smaller show, so I'd rather go to the winter one. But, so like I said, providing that I don't do too much traveling, then I think I will be able to keep this schedule up. So, and right now I'm heading to the store. I have to go film for the new products in, and I heard that we have gotten the Maya Golds by Viva to play with, so it should be interesting. It's a double-edged sword because this is my job. I get paid for doing that. I get paid to videotape those products, and then I turn around and I grab those products, and I have to resist the urge to buy everything. So it's kind of like, on one hand I get paid, and on the other hand I give it back to the store, which is funny. But anyways, I've been really good lately. I am on a limited budget, so I have to be careful. Anyways, I'm gonna go and do that. I will talk to you on Friday, I guess. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!